Contra, as we know, is a great game, but there are many versions of this game across many computers and home consoles. To capture that fast-paced run-and-gun style of the first game was no easy task. Last episode, you watched the best 5 Contra ports we could find. Well, you don't think we give up the opportunity to follow up with the worst Contra videos, do you? Of course not. So today, sit back and relax as we explore the top 5 worst ports of the game Contra. Number 5. Number 5 on this list was a game that was also number 5 on the previous list. This might be the only time you see a game on both the best of and worst of lists of the same category, so let's see why. This game, titled Contras, was released on a Tandy-Color computer very late in 1993. The main difference with this port is that it's based off the NES version rather than the arcade version, as most ports were. There are a total of 6 stages. The first 3 stages are taken directly from the NES version. Level 1 is the jungle with the same old tower boss. Level 2 skips right to the energy zone, which is level 6 in the NES version, and also makes the boss nothing but 2 stupid turrets and some men running at you. Yeah, great boss. The third level is the hangar zone, which is level 7 in the original version. This boss is basically that armored door for NES Contra, which takes about 2 hits. The next 3 levels are basically just hacks to these first 3 levels. The first new one is called the Highlands, and basically is a jungle level, but has a new level layout but the same tower boss. Level 5 is called the Synergy Zone, and is again just a hack of the energy zone for the NES version, with the same lame boss of a turret guy. The final 6th level is called Enemy Lair, even though it's just a hangar level again, and is very short. The final boss this time? No, not the heart, it's just a Discman guy from the NES version of the Energy Zone. Kinda lame. This game was programmed by only 2 people, Doug Maston and Jeff Steedle. Maston had left the project, and only Steedle was left to figure out what Maston had left him and try and finish it on his own. It was said that Jeff Steedle was not really familiar with the coding. On top of being rushed to get the game out, this left a lot of bugs in the game. First off, it said that Jeff Steedle didn't even have a second player to help him test the game out, so there is a lot of bugs in the 2-player mode. Specifically, the one we found several times. On 2-player mode, the game freezes on level 3, and you cannot progress any further with 2 players. You must play 1 player to see anything past this level. Also, there are no base levels featuring the infamous Contra Pseudo 3D look. There is also no waterfall level, no snowfield, and no actual alien-style layer. Not to mention this game is insanely rare and not worth the trouble of finding it, or the money it will probably cost you. Leave this obscure guy alone. Number 4. The next game on our list comes from a home computer in Europe called the ZX Spectrum, designed by Clive Sinclair. The game is actually titled Geyser, was developed by Ocean Software, who did a total of 3 of these ports. While most of these home computer ports at least had a 2-player option, the ZX Spectrum game does not, it's only 1 player. The colors are limited on this system, making it very hard to see what's going on. A lot of times the bullets are the same color as the background, and they are traveling along and you can't even see them until you get shot. The game has only 3 weapons: spread, fire, and machine gun, which are all obtained in the first level, so if you miss them, too bad. You're playing the rest of the game without a weapon. And on top of that, the spread gun doesn't even work. It shoots out a small stream of bullets, but only the center bullet actually contacts and hurts the enemies. The other 2 outside bullets do literally nothing. So don't get the spread gun, because it's broken. They just ruined the best weapon in Contra. I give them credit though on 2 cool things they did. First off, the screen scrolls unlike most home PC games that were flip screen at the time. And also, with the limited tech they had, they still managed to attempt the 2nd and 4th levels with a 3D effect traveling to the back of the screen. Level 1 is a traditional jungle style level with a normal tower boss. Levels 2 and 4, as I mentioned, are the pseudo 3D levels traveling to the back of the screen. Level 3 is the waterfall level, and hell, at least it's blue, but it's only blue, so good luck seeing anything in this level. The controls are kinda weird here also. Your character's always aiming up by default, kinda like you're still playing one of the 3D base stages. Not to mention you can't even shoot diagonally or jump and shoot, so the controls here are kinda hard to use. The final section of the game combines the final 3 levels, much like the arcade game does. Yes, I said 3 levels because this game has no hangar level in any form. It's completely left it out. The snowfield is a mess, as you'd expect, but the real problem comes in the energy zone. The flames are the same color as the background, and are impossible to see and impossible to dodge. They seem to not be on timers, rather only come out when you're near it, and by the time it comes out, it's too late and you can't even move. So this part is really difficult. The Discman is the boss between levels, and takes some very fast reaction speed to dodge his attacks. Keep in mind your character cannot move back into the screen. He is where he is. He pretty much doesn't move forward or backwards at all. He's stuck in that one position. So dodging some stuff is kind of difficult. So after him, you skip the non-existent hangar level and go right to the alien lair and fight this pathetic attempt at the hard boss. Number 3. Continuing on some home computer ports, number 3 on this list is the Commodore 64 version, also titled Geyser in Power Regions. This was another port yet again done by Ocean Software, this time being coded by Colin Porch and David Blake. This port is usually slammed for its bad graphics and gameplay. Everything just seems to be so sped up in this port. The guys run and shoot at you so fast it's hard to react in time. Apparently has a 2-player option, but that's not even worth trying. The guns in this game are normal to Contra games, except for minus the fire and minus the machine gun. Also, the spread gun is not called spread, it's called scatter. Ooh. I also hope you're damn good at this game, because there's only 3 lives with no continues. Yeah, that's right, gotta beat the entire game with only 3 lives, so yeah, have fun with that. There are technically 6 stages in this game, but they are numbered really odd. Stage 1, or Target Section 1, is the jungle. It looks like Microsoft Paint. As we mentioned, the play control is super fast and hard to control. The boss here, once again, is the tower. Then they attempt level 2, which is the 3D levels, once again holding the time limit on the game. It looks pretty terrible. The boss is technically Target Section 3, which also goes right into the waterfall level without even calling it a new level. This waterfall level has the same problem as ZX Spectrum had. The guy defaults to pointing straight up. To shoot someone on the sides of you, you can't just be standing there and shooting. No. You have to actually walk towards the guy so your gun points in that direction. This is a really dumb mechanic for a side-scrolling level, because if a guy's close to you, you can't just shoot him, you have to turn first to aim at him, and that might make you hit the guy, so it's too late. How about the waterfall animations? Wow, that's beautiful, huh? Finally get to the boss, and just look at it. It doesn't look anything like the arcade game or the NES port. It's not even alien-like, it's just a tower with a few guns in the front. Level 4 is the second 3D base stage, and level 5 is the boss of that stage. The last and final stage, level 6, or Target Section 6, does like the arcade does, it combines the final 4 themes into one. The snow section, then you fight the Discman, the energy zone, fight Discman again, and then go to the hangar. At least this version attempts the hangar unlike ZX Spectrum did, but look at the hangars. It's just flashing lights. How can you dodge a blinking flashing light? I don't know. We died here plenty of times. This was ridiculous. It's impossible to time these things correctly. The last mini-boss here is very difficult. Watch. Wow. Great. And the hard boss, look at this thing. It's pathetic. Oh, and to top it all off, check out this well thought out and excellent ending. Mission complete. Game over. Nice. No picture, no story, no congrats, no credits, just a mission complete and a game over. Gee, thanks. Number 2. While most of these horrible Contra ports came out in the late 80s, this is actually a new game. Yeah, this was made in 2011, and they have no excuses for being so bad. This one, as I mentioned in our previous video, is called Contra Evolution, which was released initially in 2011 in arcades and 2013 for mobile phones. It's a mobile phone game, so what can you expect? Well, a little more than we got here, hopefully. All this game is an HD remake of the first Contra. Every level is exactly the same, and nothing is added or improved at all. The graphics are horrible and look like a horrible mobile game. Which, it is. You got me there. There are 4 characters. Bill and Lance you can play anytime, and these 2 ladies who I've never heard of and have no idea who they are or what the story is, Richie Erica and Sally Inohara. To unlock Richie, you simply beat the game once, and to unlock Sally Inohara, well, you just don't. Trust me, it takes about 5 to 6 hours and it's not worth it. Of course it's a mobile game, so buy, have to buy stuff. Need those microtransactions, otherwise it's not a good game. At any rate, it was pulled from the App Store and you can no longer torture yourself with this game. This is now the 3rd time talking about this game, so I'm done. If you want to know more than, hey, it's a piece of crap game, please see the video about this in the game playlist. Number 1. This next game is such a bad port of Contra, it's literally unplayable. Now I know people say that all the time, but look at this. This mess here is Contra for the MS-DOS. I challenge you to find a game that moves slower than this. Run and gun? More like crawl and throw rocks. This game was released by Banana Development Incorporated in 1988 and looks to have been done by only 3 people. At least they had the courtesy to add an intro story, unlike most of these ports. You also get to choose from 3 difficulties, but thanks, they're all impossible. I wish it would just say impossible on the difficulty itself. So picture it's 1988, and you call your buddy over to play this sweet DOS game. Yeah, it's actually 2 players simultaneous. We have to share a keyboard, so cuddle up pretty closely so we can share this keyboard together. So you guys are all ready, boot up the game, and look at this. Look at this mess. This is what I define as literally unplayable. It's got a 2-player simultaneous option, but why? To play any of this game, and I use the word game loosely, you're gonna have to have this on 1 player only. Just like the ZX Spectrum game, there's like 3 colors and you can't see anything going on. There's no music at all, the sound effects are bare minimal, and the sound is horrible. The controls are extremely laggy and barely work. And here's the final boss, the heart. Well, at least the heart has some beating animations, I'll give it that. But once you kill it, you get this. Yet another lame ending. No ending screen, it just boots back up to the opening menu. Again, this is the 2nd time this game has come up on a top 5 worst countdown list, so that's a good accomplishment. Of all the 9 or 10 Contra ports we've played, this one is absolutely the worst, hardest, and least enjoyable one to play. So for all these quality reasons, Contra on MS-DOS is taking the number 1 spot for most shameful Contra port. Whew. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see the full video review of any of these games, click up here to the top right to watch our Contra playlist. If you want to see the video about the game in number 1 spot, click down here to the bottom right. Thanks for watching and have a great day.